Hey folks, well I had a lot of comments about that caravan bird box, so I've made one and I've done a plan. So if anybody wants a copy of this, drop me a comment in. I'll drop my email in link below, in comment section in the description even. And if you want to email me, I'll send you a copy of this plan. It's just basically, it's only 3 parts. The roof is a piece of tin, as you'll see on this. It's a large or a largish soup can. 870 gram. That's what it is in grams, the size. What we'll say is use plywood. I didn't, and that's what happened. So that's why I ended up finished base off. Something else I will say is you're going to need a jigsaw, I would imagine, minimum to do that. And you've got to cut this piece off slanted because it comes up straight like that and comes out square. So if you're going to cut that off, you can either use an handsaw, or I chiselled this because it was wood. So you're going to have to work out how to cut that off. If you've got a jigsaw, you can set the foot at an angle, you know that. So, you know, you've got to cut that off. But that's just a basic plan. You can cut it on, stick it down and cut it out, if you know what I mean. I'd like to thank all new subscribers, all my old subscribers, and I love your comments and your thumbs up, and I'll get on with it. It's nice to be nice. Although it's not the complete build, I have to say. Camera said no. So guys, I had some questions about that caravan bird box, and whether well, one guy asked if I could make a build video, and I thought I would. I've just done a basic design. This one's a little bit smaller. The other one I've got is 20 by 30. It's quite big, which surprised me that they used it. And what I'm going to do for roof on this one, this is a can 780 gram. I don't know what that is in US, but all I've done is cut top and bottom off it, split it down seam, and that will fit when you stretch it. When you stretch it, you have to be careful not to kink it. It's not going to be a major problem if you do kink it, but ideally sides and bottom and these bits, because the can will come to here, yeah, and here. This will have to be adjusted slightly, but I'll try and do a PDF for this. Ideally you want some plywood. I ain't got any plywood, but I've got this old plank, and I reckon that'll do it. Well, I know it'll do it. It's warped, but it doesn't matter. But I'm going to have to cut it and sand that. You won't have to do that with plywood. So I'll do what I've got to do with that to get me to a point where I can go through the rest of build. Something I will say that's really important, because this has got a tin roof, it's got to be in shaded area. Can't be in full sun in hottest parts of the day. You've got to look where you can place it that's correct. Even wooden ones you can't put in full sun, or else it cooks them. You don't want cooked eggs, not in the nest. And again, depending what species of bird, depends on size of hole. Them great tits, they're actually a type of chickadee, I found out, the same family. They're like an inch, 2.4 centimetres. So depending on species what you want, then that depends on size of hole what you're going to use. So everything's changeable, you know what I'm saying. And even this, I mean, like I say, I'm using this as a roof. If I had some more of that, I would be using that. It don't matter what you use. You can also change it. Another idea for this one would be for a robin, for European robin. They're like open-fronted nests. So I don't know whether you've seen the old burger or hot dog stands, yeah, with open front. That could be an option, like an open-fronted version, and that'd do for European robin, because they like that sort of thing. And you could do it as a burger van, you know what I'm saying? Just an idea. That might be another one, because I'd like to have a robins one, but I'll do it like this first. And if this goes down well, I might do the robin. It might be a bit late for birds wherever you are in the world. It is for us now, but still, it's something for next year. So guys, I've ripped some bits down. They're actually a bit tight, but width at board, we're just about depth of that, so I just offed it. It would have been better to have a little bit more over. I've ripped them down and I've just given them a quick sand, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix them together. I'm going to cut that out, and I'll give you a better example on the camera how that works. I can't do it with one hand, but you can see sort of thing, yeah? Now, if you ain't got a bandsaw, the jigsaw's going to do it, innit? You need something what you can cut round circles with, even if it's one of them. I'm not using that. I do have a bandsaw. I might use jigsaw, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick them together because I need both sides exactly the same, yeah? And as I say, I'll stick that on there, onto it, or trace round it. It doesn't matter, you know? So, I've cut it out. I'm going to trace round it. Reason I'm going to trace round it, it might be easier for you. I could put it on with spray adhesive. I've got some spray adhesive, but I won't. In fact, the spray adhesive might not stick to that wood. Like I say, you're better off if you're using some plywood. This stuff, incidentally, is I think it's about 1/2 inch, 12 centimetre, 12 millimetre. It's 15 millimetre. So what's that? It's just over 1/2 inch, just under 3/4. And this is just old wood. So, so what I'll do, I'll trace around that. Now, what you've got to do, like I said, these two want a bit same, so you've got to fix them together. There's several ways of doing it. You can do it with double-sided tape, which I have got, but I'm not going to, because again, I think it's going to struggle to stick to that. So I'll put some fixings in it, be it screws or nails, whatever, in waste, and then cut round them. So I hope you can see that. I've just gone around it with a pencil and then just do a felt pen just to see if you can, just to show it you better. And what I'll do now is I'll screw that together. So just some drywall screws. I did pre-drill it and I haven't put them right down because I don't want to split it. Say you wouldn't have that problem if it were ply. You see I've got a split there, but I'm sure that'll be alright. We'll see. So that's basically that. I'm just going to sand that bit out there. I wobbled a bit, but other than that, it's quite how I want it. I'll just put the piece of, I did use bandsaw, just because it's a lot quicker for me. That's why I bought it. But the jigsaw will do exactly the same thing, just have to clamp it down so you can cut round. And my bandsaw's got a material blade on metal blade, so it's quite thick, so it's not really good for cutting curves. It's not tight curves anyway. But I'll show you what I mean. I'll just put this on and then we'll see where it comes to, and then I've got to see then what I've got to make. But what I'll do is I'll mark all these parts out working on a can like that. I'll try and measure it and give you a full that actual arc, but it don't matter, you don't have to use that. You can use any can as long as you can work it out like I've done by stretching it and then working a curve out, you know. Make it how you like. It's your project. So guys, all I've done is put that in as it's only pressure fitted. It's just holding itself together, yeah. And what I've got to do now is work out these pieces. And for bottom, you've got to make sure you can take bottom off so it can be cleaned, yeah. And what I'll end up doing is I'll just tack these in with nails at top, both sides. Piece. This is tin can, yeah. All I've done with this is painted some wood glue on it, and wood glue's basically going to undercoat it for me so I can paint it. So I haven't painted it yet. Looks like a dirty weekend.